Hey folks, I have been tagged by Tim from Weavers of Eternity. He's got a video, I guess several folks have videos going on of all their paracord gear, all their supplies and all the different projects and interesting things they've done with their paracord. So here is all my paracord stuff. Well, all my paracord supplies. So I have way more paracord than I actually do like finished products. So I have very few things made from paracord. I have, for myself, I actually have one single paracord bracelet, which is this one. It's just black with a 3/8 inch buckle. This one is my wife's, just some hot pink with the same size buckle on it. And I've made a lot of these simple single Cobra weave bracelets, and I've given them out to friends and family. So all of my friends and family members who live locally have bracelets that I've given them. But I don't have very many for myself. It's just something I don't wear the Cobra weave bracelets that often. Sean, if you're watching this, you remember that bracelet that you gave me, the black and red one? That one was awesome. Remember it was too big? Well, I gave that to my brother-in-law, and he wears it, and it's like the perfect size. He's a great big tall guy, and it totally fits his wrist perfectly. So thanks very much for that, and I'm sure he thanks you as well. But yeah, I passed that along to him, and he was really happy with it. I had made him one before that was one around this, it was this thickness, so it was just that single real tight weave, and he didn't like it, and it was too tight. The ones that I make are kind of stiff. These aren't gutted, so they're not quite that flexible. And I think I've only made 10 or 12 so far, so I'm still kind of getting it down. But this one's easy enough for me to do, so I just kind of keep doing the same one over and over. But really, the way I'll wear paracord is all, you folks probably seen on my videos, I have a little strand of it on my wrist. And so I just kind of have a few of those in different colors, and I'll kind of throw those on depending on my mood for the day. And these are all my supplies. A lot of these look new, but I've actually removed a few feet from each one. I just haven't used them all up. And so I try and keep them wrapped in the original tape, the original wrapper there, as long as I can. You'll see a lot of these are from Atwood. These guys, I think, make some of the coolest colors and the coolest patterns. So they make a lot of solid colors. I think this one's like a neon orange. We've got neon pink down here somewhere. There we go. But they also make the detailed ones with multiple colors. So this one, in case anyone's curious, as you see these, this one is referred to as Gecko, if I remember correctly. This one I don't remember the name of, but it's kind of like it's a rainbow thing going on, and then there's like a little bit of black and then some white kind of striped in between. And this one's my current favorite. This one is named Galaxy, and I think that's fairly appropriate. It's got sort of like this asteroids or Atari looking video gamey sort of pixely rainbow pattern with striped with black. So I think that one looks really cool. This one is called Fireball, and this one here is called Explode. I think that one's pretty neat looking too. I like the really bright ones, and I've used up almost all of my black. And then in addition to those, I also have, this is a 1200 foot spool of OD green, and this is actual mil-spec. So this is military surplus. And I think the way you can typically tell is if you look, let me get it up close. Sorry if my fingers are dirty. I just came home from work a few minutes ago and wanted to grab this video while I still had some light. See how one of the strands inside is like a different color? It's like striped, or it has some dark parts to it. I think that's how they differentiate the military specification paracord versus the commercial stuff. I'm not completely sure, but that's the only kind that I've seen with that different colored 7th strand. We got some red, purple. This one was called, when I bought it, this one's Rothko. And I kept the wrapper so that I made sure I didn't buy this one again. This one is called Safety Green or Neon Green. And when I got it, it was not the color that I wanted. It looks very bright and neon on camera, but if you're looking at it here, it's got more of like a dull I don't know what to call it. It's like a lime color, melon green. But the kind that Sean used in the lanyard that he sent me is the kind that I'm looking for. So I'm going to make sure not to buy Rothko's neon green and try maybe Atwood or a different company. And then if you'll see, I've actually got two of these. It's PMI brand from PMI Rope. Let's see if I can get the folks on the website, pmirope.com. This is utility cord. So it doesn't quite have the same core, and it's not as thick as paracord. Let me hold it up next to some standard 550 there, so you can kind of see. Back away there until it focuses. You can see it's thinner, and it's a little bit rounder. There's not as much slack in the outer sleeve, but they're cool because they're smaller. And so with some of my smaller stuff, let's see what I have here. You can see on this little Swiss Army Classic, I put that smaller stuff on here, so it's not quite as big. You know, if you have one of the really small keychain items and you want to make a little lanyard for it or what have you, it's not quite as gigantic. So I have, you know, little bits of paracord here and there. That one's on my Leatherman Squirt that you've all seen, and of course the two loops of paracord that I wear on my neck for work. One for at work, one for at home to wear my Streamlight Nano. But I don't have a lot of paracord. I don't, at least on my stuff. I don't wear a lot of it. I don't have any on my knives typically. If it's a Swiss Army knife, I will, because it, you know, sits down in my pocket. But for the ones that are clipped to my pocket, for some reason, I've tried it a few times and I can't get into the idea of having that lanyard hanging off of there. I feel like it's going to get snagged on something, or I don't know. I keep trying. Every once in a while I'll make a different design or a different pattern and I'll try and do it, but it never seems to stay for very long. So those are the most, I think those are most of my items that have lanyards on them. Again, some more of that utility cord on my pocket wrench. And then last but not least, I have two, I think people call these fast rope or quick rope or something like that. Basically, it's just a nice, neat, you know, hank of paracord for you know, for whatever, if you're going outdoors. Or what I do with this one stays in my duffel bag at work, so you could say this is actually part of my work EDC. And this is 50 feet of that OD green paracord, and I just have it, you know, emergency situation. If we need to tie something down to the work truck, which has been needed in the past and I didn't have it then, so now that I've got it, I'm going to always keep that with me. But, you know, just something like that, or if I cook up an idea of something I want to affix to my tool belt or something, I've got some extra rope hanging around. And then I also have this, I don't think I can zoom out far enough to show the whole thing, but this is a really long one. This is actually 100 feet. So 50 feet and 100 feet. And then this one, let me curl up so you can see the whole thing. This one sits in my trunk, the trunk of my car. And it's just there all the time, and it's for the same thing. If I ever need to tie anything down to the roof, or if I just need it for, you know, any particular project or reason, I think it's just kind of nice to have some on you, like so many people say. So keep that in my car, keep the other one in my work bag, and that's about it, really. So the way this works, I guess, is I tag someone else now, and I'm gonna pick Mike, who has that mystery YouTube name, obamtdtnsfn, or however you want to pronounce it, obamtdtnsfn. So Mike, I'm tagging you, and let's see what you've got for paracord. I know I've seen a couple bracelets, maybe some lanyards, so come back with a video and let us see what you got. So I think that's going to conclude this video, but thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.